Hello and welcome back to the channel. I thought I will sit down and do a 10-minute video on what do we expect from David Moyes. Well, I'll tell you what, I expect a lot of things, and I'll tell you what, huge credit to him already because he's held his pre-match press conference with the presser yesterday, and I thought that he did very, very well under the circumstances and the way he was put under pressure by the media. I thought that he handled that very, very well. So good on him. And what are we looking for under David Moyes? Consistency. We're also looking at staying ability, where we can stay up in the league and somebody could get the best out of these players. Like our previous manager couldn't, Sean Dyche couldn't, but that's in the past era now. So we are looking at what we can do to make this better now for David Moyes also, but it will be interesting to see how he can improve Dominic Calvert-Lewin with his goal scoring, because I tell you what, that's going to be a hectic one, but I'm looking forward to see how that one would turn out with Calvert-Lewin start to score more goals. And I tell you what, he's Dominic Calvert-Lewin's only got a 6 months on his contracts with his deal. There's only 6 months to go. And how well he did in the presser yesterday. I thought that was fantastic by David Moyes as well, under the circumstances, as I said. But the last, at least when David Moyes was asked by the presser, at least he's not talking about this group of players like fancy relegation or like Sean Dyche did. At least we don't have a manager who's negative. At least we've got a manager who's positive, who's got good thinking and that, because we need this consistency for these players. And to tell you what, how well spoken he was about Everton, that he'll stick up for the players and stick up for the fans. At least this manager has got a clue, and at least this manager is not a dinosaur. And I tell you what else, at least this manager doesn't throw the players under the bus, and at least he don't throw the fans under the bus either. Moyes either. And I tell you what, I'm excited to see how this era during David Moyes is going to be. I'm excited because I tell you what, it's been a stinker of a farce under Sean Dyche. And the other thing is that I'm really excited to see how many goals Calvert-Lewin will be able to score, as well as David Moyes with Jack Harrison. That's going to be interesting as well. I just can't wait because this manager knows what he's talking about. He said that he might bring in his set pieces coach. Well, the other day Sean Dyche was saying that we don't need a set pieces manager who knows on the set pieces. So quite clearly, if Moyes thinks we need one, then we do need one. So obviously he's got more brains than Sean Dyche. So yeah, I'm looking forward to see how that's going to turn out too. That's going to be really, really interesting. And what I'm expecting from David is more than I expected from Sean Dyche. And I'll tell you what, David Moyes, he's a great manager. What he's done for clubs and for Everton in the previously, and he was calling it my club, meaning his club. Everton is his club. And I'll tell you what, he's got much respect for us than any manager who's been the Everton manager. He's got more respect than anybody, Moisey. And I'm glad to see him back at Everton. Because I tell you what, he deserves it. He deserves huge credit, Davy Moyes. I'll tell you that now. Huge credit to the manager himself. Because I tell you what, he's done amazingly so far. The way he's been talking, I'm happy with everything he's mentioned. He said that we've got the funds for the transfer window, and if we need players, he said we'll get players. Sean Dyche says that we haven't got any money, that much. So obviously, he's not doing his job right, as we know, is he? But I can't wait to see what David Moyes can bring into this group of players, how much he can get out of them. Because I tell you what, it's going to be very, 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 very interesting as well. But as I said, David Moyes said he liked players. And I think that'll be fantastic if we do get elite players in. But we've been linked up with another player today also. But as I said, I am expecting more out of Dyche. I mean, out of him, Moyes, sorry. Dyche is the past 10th. But yeah, Dyche has been with us nearly 2 years. And literally, he's talking the same BS bullshit. But at least David Moyes has got sense in him. At least David Moyes knows what we're doing. And he knows what he wants from Everton as well. Well, obviously, Sean Dyche didn't, if he's saying that we don't have the money to spend on players. But we're getting others. If Moyes is saying that he wants elite players, then obviously we have got money to spend. And that makes me happy. I'm really looking forward to watch Everton under this manager, under David Moyes. I'm excited, I tell you that now. I'm really, really, really excited to see what this manager can bring to this football club. I'm really, really am excited. And also, what I really can't wait to see is the urgency of David Moyes backing the players. At least he's not throwing the players under the brush. I mean, under the bus, like Dyche did, Dyche, or the fans. Because I tell you what, no football manager would ever criticise their fans unless they're Sean Dyche. But anyway, Sean Dyche is the past tenths now, and things are looking bright. The future's looking blue. Got new owners, got a new manager, and that's all we can ask for. We need to back the team now and just look forward over the next coming few months and years to come at Goodison and at Branley Moore too. Because I tell you what, it's been a hell of a stinker in recent months and years at this football club. And I'm just happy to finally see getting up there where we belong. And to tell you what else, good on Moisey in his presser. Good on Moisey. I'll tell you that now. Good on him. Like, hugely, hugely credit Moisey gets. What a manager. Like, literally, some of the comments were amazing by him against the press. I tell you that. Amazing. And at least we know where we'll be. He'll try and think us ability us to not go down. He'll keep us up, and we need to keep the mentality going through the squad. And as he says, the players do need to lift. And to tell you what, I'm going to lift them players up. As he said, he wants the fans to lift them up. So I will be doing that. And I'm just really, 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 really excited to see how this next couple of months is going to go under this new manager, David Moyes. We'll get a manager bounce. I'll tell you what else I can't wait for. And what we want from Moyes is more capacity as well with the fans. with the players, the lot. Right, do subscribe to the YouTube channel. We'll be back tomorrow for our match reaction after the game. Until then, a very good night, a good evening, and I'll speak to you again tomorrow. Up the Toffees, and let's hope we get a massive 3 points against a really tough Aston Villa side. Good night. Bye-bye.